Hello everyone, it's Melody Stroud with Usborne Book Barn. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Live at Lunch here every Monday at 2 Central, 3 Eastern. And that's my cat cuckoo clock, which always goes off right at this time. Well, I have a couple new books to share with you, and I wanted to give you a little fun book review of this amazing chapter book that I read last week called The Adventures of Alfie Onion by Vivian French. You guys, this book is so fun. It is so fun. Okay, so this is a chapter book, obviously. You can see the font there. It's, not a lot of pictures, but let me tell you about this story. Okay, so sweet little Alfie Onion. Okay, so all right, back up. His family. So his mom is just dying to be in a fairy tale, and she reads all these fairy tales. She lives in this little podunk town. She realizes that she's never going to be in a fairy tale. She has to go make her own fairy tale. And so she reads that the seventh son is like the seventh son of a seventh son. Man, this is starting off bad. Okay, hold on. The seventh son of the seventh son is always a hero in her fairy tales. That's just kind of the formula. The seventh son of a seventh son. So she goes off, the mom, not him, the mom goes off to find a seventh son. And she convinces him to marry her, this pig farmer. And, he's like, well, okay. And so she then decides she must have 7 sons so that she can be the mother of a hero. So she has 7 sons, and she names the 7th one Magnifico. But then a year later, she has an 8th son, and she doesn't really care about him. She kind of gives him to the oldest son to raise in the barn. And the oldest son is like, what should we call him, Ma? And she's like, I don't care. I've already come up with 7 names already. You pick a name. So he names him Alfie. And so Alfie is kind of raised by his older brother because the mom is so determined to make the 7th son, Magnifico, a hero. And so, even the name, Magnifico, right? I know, it's so sad. So sad. So the mom spends all this time. Anyway, Magnifico, of course, is just a terrible boy. Just terrible, conceited, and a real big scaredy cat too. Here's him. That's Magnifico, so we can focus in. Right there. Okay. So on a certain day, when Magnifico has come of age, she's like, oh, it's time for you to go out there, my son, and be a hero. You're going to rescue a princess, marry her, and live happily ever after in glorious luxury. All of us will. And so this is like her meal ticket to live in glorious luxury, what they call it. And so he really is kind of scared and doesn't want to go alone. And so the mom sends Alfie with him. And Alfie, of course, is just this wonderful, sweet boy. He doesn't complain about going with Magnifico because the mom said that they'll live in glorious luxury after he comes back. And so Alfie will get a bed. And Alfie is so excited about getting a bed that he will do whatever Magnifico says. So Alfie has to carry his bags, but he is just fine. He's dandy because he's going to get a bed when they come back. So it is just so funny, the adventures that they have. Of course, you can kind of guess, find a good picture here, that, oh, you guys, you have to read. I loved it. I read it. It took me 3 hours to read. But look, see, there's Magnifico just throwing a fit. So anyway, it is so, so good. The only bad thing in this is that the bad guy, he's not bad, but anyway, Magnifico says the word stupid like maybe 3 or 4 times. So talking about Alfie, saying you're stupid. Now Alfie doesn't say it, so the good guy doesn't say it. But anyway, that's the worst thing, that they say stupid. But it's so funny. And if you've read Roald Dahl's BFG, or if you've seen the movie, there are ogres and giants in here, and the ogres talk just like the BFG did. It's so funny. So the head ogre's name is Rudely Toot. It's just so funny. It's so funny. Anyway, it's just a great story. I read it in 3 hours just to myself. I loved it. So I'm going to read the Cherry Pie Princess too and let you know about that. Anyway, it is $5.99. It's a nice size book. Good story. Alfie, of course, ends up being the hero in the end and gets recognized as a hero and gets the princess. I think they do kiss at the end. There's the sweet princess. But it's not like a huge romantic kiss. You know, I don't like that kind of stuff for, you know, little ones. But it's good. It's good. I loved it. 2 thumbs up for Alfie Onion. Okay. Now, today, you know, on Mondays, Anna goes to her drama class for 2 hours. And I get to sit there with a book for 2 hours and just read. It's glorious. So I'm going to try to finish up Uncle Sean and Bill's almost entirely unplanned adventure. The one I showed you last week. I don't have it here because it's in the van. Anyway, so I'll let you know about that one next week. And then I want to read Cherry Pie Princess. Anyway, get it. It's so good. Okay, Alfie Onion. Loved it. I have a couple other new ones to show you. Da, 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 da. It came in. Understanding Politics and Government. I love this book. I love that it's that flexi binding. Whenever you're on the website and you see FL or flexi, it just means that you can fold it like this. It's not hurting it at all. It's like in between a paperback and a hardback. But I love it. It's really durable. Super great. I have not had a really good chance to look through it all yet, so I will do that and give you a more detailed, you know, what I think about it. But just from first glance, I do like it. I love all of the pictures. I love stuff like that. International politics, embassy. You've got Roman Republic. Look, so fun. I will definitely look at this more closely and get back to you about what I think. What I think about it. So that's neat. Look about authority. Pretty cool. Let's see. Anyway, I will definitely nationalism, internationalism, patriotism. Oh, interesting. We'll have to look at this. Human rights. Okay. But I love this. I love that we have books about, look at this. What is prison for? Interesting. I just love that we have books that help make these really big and sometimes complicated topics into things that help kids understand it more. So I love it. Ew, is corruption inevitable? Okay. Anyway, I will look more, but I like what I see so far. So I'll definitely let you know. Politics and Government. It's $12.99 and it looks great. I'll let you know more. Okay, Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls, our survivalist extraordinaire, Bear Grylls. Fun stuff, y'all. This stuff is so great. Survival Skills Handbook, Volume 1. And it's got a neat little boop boop, like one of kind of these things where you can just kind of put it in your back pocket. It might be a little big for a back pocket, unless you've got some big back pockets. But I just love it. All right, let's take a quick peek inside. Again, these just came in. I haven't had a ton of time. Look at that. How to make an igloo, just in case you ever need to know how to make an igloo. I don't even know how to pronounce that thing. Camping stoves. Oh, a bunch of different knots. Okay. Okay, so tons of knots. This would be really neat if you are doing Boy Scout stuff. Do Boy Scouts do knots? I always think Girl Scouts. I think I might have done knots. Anyway, tons of knots in here. How to lash some shears. Ring drop, not a knot. And then this little thing, Bear says, once you have mastered the puzzle, give a reef knot to your friends and challenge them to make it collapse without untying it. Interesting. Really cool. Okay, so we got some dangerous animals. Treating snake bites. Definitely something to take if you're camping. How cool is that? I just see this as like a really fun book. If you are going camping and, maybe driving on the way to the campsite or, reading this at night, how fun would that be? Anyway, it's nice and thick. Good stuff in it. And it is $12.99. It's for ages 8 and up. But super fun. And then the other one, this is really nice, really big, beautiful hardback. Hi, Bear. Extreme Planet, exploring the most extreme stuff on Earth. Goodness, tons in here. It kind of reminds me of that really big animals book that we have. Oh, we have a million animals book. I think the big one with the tiger on the front. But look at that. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure. Okay, we're talking about black and white. Bugs. Let's see. Some kind of decibel thing. Congo. This is for ages 8 and up too. 10 most venomous snakes. So this would be a really, a great book for an outdoor lover, adventure seeker. Oh, look at that. A sea-loving jumbo. Just another great book to really explore. Look, so I'll definitely be putting this in the, no way. Hold up. I'm gonna bring this closer to you. Look at that. What is that? It says microscopic water bears. Get out. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Microscopic water bears. I'm gonna look that up. Can live anywhere and are probably the hardiest animals on the planet. They like to live in moist areas, but if the moss dries out, they'll happily go to sleep under the moss until the moss becomes wet again. Some water bears, sleeping in dried moss some water bears sleeping in dried moss that had been in a museum for 100 years woke up when the moss was moistened. They'll also survive being boiled, frozen, shot into space, irradiated, poisoned, and suffocated. Get out of town. Look at that thing. A water bear? I'm looking it up. I don't know if I believe it. Nadia, do you believe it? I don't know. It's in a book, right? It's got to be true. A water bear. Anyway, super fun book. I'll definitely be putting this in our book basket in the van for my daughter Mary to look through. So that'll be super great. Nice and big, $12.99. Nice hardback. Okay, well, yay. One last thing to share with you. I know, Nadia says crazy. Water bears. Let's all go Google it. The water bear. Look at this cute little otter. So this is a printout from the Usborne.com site, kind of the British Usborne. They have lots of fun printables and stuff. Anyway, I like to grab these, and I put one of these in my Special Peeps group, my VIP group called UBB Special Peeps. And we're having a fun little something having to do with this today only. So hop over to my VIP group right after this, UBB Special Peeps, and check it out so you can enter. Okay, well, guys, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for Storytime Live over in that VIP group. Same time, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day. Bye, friends. Go Google water bears. I'm going to do it right now. Okay, bye.